Hi, my name is Brooke Littman,
And I'm Dr. Deb Lipman,
and this is Wine Together.
a podcast where we drink a little wine and have a chat.
So sit back, relax, and get that corkscrew ready. Okay, so last week we talked about books. This week we'll just be having a good conversation.
Absolutely, because I don't think I've told you all about the farm. I know Dad told you some stuff, but
Yeah,
it's like when you pull in the driveway, it's like 3 football fields long. The driveway, probably even longer than that. And there's horses on both sides as you're driving down the driveway, and then
I have
there's
to roll my sleeves
hogs
off.
and
It is so
cats,
here.
goats and geese and peacocks and peahens and guineas and
Peacocks there?
I'm sorry.
There's peacocks there?
Yeah.
I've never seen one in real life.
Oh my god, it just walks around. Like you can be sitting out on the porch, he just prances around. It's so funny, and he's just like right at you. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
have
my
to
gosh.
like. It is so hot in here. I have to roll my sleeves up.
Lord. Well, one dog is an old dog named Minty. And
Minty.
Minty just has, black hair but gray all over the face. And this morning when I was coming in, because I had to go get my timesheet put on a flash drive. So I had to go over to the school this morning before everybody woke up. And put my so that I could email my timesheet. And so when I was coming back, Mindy was in the driveway waiting and walked
Oh,
with me all the way down the driveway. So I rolled the window down and I was, oh, Mindy, it's so nice of you to walk with me. And she was trying so hard, to keep up. And I was afraid to get fast because I was afraid she would dart because she's old and I was afraid she would just kind of dart out front. So I was trying to go her speed. I was
yeah.
driving very slow, but I had the window down and she just kept looking back at me. She's so funny. But there's several cats that you would absolutely love.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
beautiful cats. And the horses are
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
majestic. I guess is the best way to say it because they got all kinds.
Mhm.
Thoroughbreds, quarter horses, Arabians.
Mhm.
My goodness. This is beautiful. And the people are super nice.
Yeah.
Super, super nice. And the little campers, just,
Yeah.
like, um, probably I could stretch my arms out if I had like
Yeah.
twice the arm length. I'd be all the way at the seat by now.
Oh well. Gosh. Oh,
But it's wide enough for my yoga mat, and
nice.
I can lift my little weights. And I do have to be careful when I'm lifting my weights not to hit the ceiling.
Of course. Yeah.
But other than that, and it's just and it's like camping,
Yeah.
like because short showers,
Yeah.
barely get your hair washed, but it's okay. I mean, I'm right now I'm still loving it because well, the first week, I had your dad here, so
Mhm.
it's so weird because I was like going to work and
Yeah.
coming from work, and he was here
Yeah.
doing his thing. He left
No,
at the same
I
time
got
I
it.
did in the morning to do his golf.
Yeah. On Monday, it was like last week Monday, it was like really weird because he had the day off because he like was still jet lagged and he was really tired. And it was just like he went with me to class. Like he went with me on the bus
Yeah,
and then like, he dropped me off and then he walked back with me like after class. Like I wasn't even expecting him to be there. And it was just like super strange because it's like, oh, that it's weird that I'm going out and like doing something in the morning and like you're still at home. It's
I
so crazy.
know. I think that he would kind of enjoy retired life.
Yeah,
He certainly showed me that
mhm.
he does not mind taking a
Yeah.
day, golf in the morning, build a
I mean,
model in
I
the
think
afternoon.
he I don't think he could do that for very long. Like I don't think he would enjoy doing it for very long because I think he's also the kind of person like he needs to have like a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
And it's funny because, now I'm thinking in my head, why did I want to work so bad? Why was I begging to get a job? Because now I miss being there so
Yeah.
much, like, like really, really bad.
Yeah.
And so I kept thinking, why was I like that? Why couldn't I just
Yeah.
enjoy life?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and now I've got myself in such a bind financially that I have to work. So,
Yeah.
um, so now I'm just, it's just it's kind of I don't know where that balance is. But
Yeah,
I
I
want
mean,
to find it, and I want to find it in Europe. I think I've, you know, as much as I wanted to be around the others, I want to be able to be with my kids.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. I love you guys. Don't get me wrong, but I need to be with your dad.
yeah. No, I get it. I mean, it's just gonna be tough because like I was thinking about this about how they were like, my siblings have all been saying like, oh, but like we want you here, and I'm like, well, to me, sometimes, and I love them, and like I know they don't do this on purpose. I feel like sometimes they forget that I am also their sibling, and
Yeah,
I'm obviously like I'm living a very different life. Because like, I'm back and forth all the time, but like I think sometimes they forget that like they don't take into account everyone. It's like, and I get like, yes, they are absolutely like allowed to feel how they feel about whether you live in the US or you live in Europe. But that's not fair to you because I mean, just in general, you have a better life in Europe than you would in the US because there's so much like just how different it is. And like you don't realize until you're here and like when we first moved, like it was tough, like trying to
right.
get used to it. But like it's so much harder to go back.
Hmm.
And like I noticed that it was so much harder for me to go back to like how it was, how I like what I have started getting used to in Europe than like going back and trying to live life in the US. It's a lot harder because there's just such a big difference.
I agree. I think coming back has been really hard for a couple of things.
Yeah.
And the very first one I'm going to say is the food.
Yeah.
I am struggling
Mhm.
to stay healthy,
Yeah.
struggling to stay
It's just
healthy.
so
Because I
easy
mean,
to
even cooking at home, you
Mhm.
still cook with a ton of preservatives,
Yeah, and they put, I was just thinking about this.
sugar, and everything,
I
different types
I
of sugars in
Yeah,
everything.
like I've been thinking about this because I've been, I make scrambled eggs every morning and I put it on toast. And so I eat bread every morning and I eat, I put milk in my scrambled eggs. And I've been thinking about I couldn't do that in the US because I would gain so much weight from that. Like even though I'm working out once a day and I'm walking home from class, and recently it's been so hot out. And like even if I'm not eating that much, like it would still not be enough like to stay at a healthy weight in the US
Absolutely
because
not.
they're
I'm struggling. I am really struggling. And I think it's so funny because, there I got so used to having my milk again.
yeah.
And I could have a glass of milk. And now I wouldn't drink it every day because some days I'd forget. But
Yeah.
still, most days I could have a glass of milk and
You
not
can't drink
feel
those
anything.
medicines.
I had to go back to almond milk. Like I was doing the organic whole milk, but I
Uh-huh.
was noticing the weight gain. So for two
Yeah,
weeks I did the organic whole milk, and last week I went back to almond milk, mainly for the
I would be,
calories, which is ridiculous. I want my whole milk, you know.
yeah, well, what you need to do is not look at the calories. You need to look at the sugars in it because I think almond milk in the US might have more sugar in it
It
than
does have
regular.
sugars in it, and then so it's just
Yeah.
like, so
There's no, there's no winning with either of them because there's
yeah,
the
there's no
sugars.
winning. And so, in the bread, I agree with the bread. I could eat bread there and not have an
Yeah.
issue.
It's
And
not, and it's
here,
also a smaller portion too. Like they're this big. I don't even
yeah,
think I could eat a whole.
yeah,
And this is like, I mean, this is bad. Occasionally, I'll get like a bottle of soda from the store here, and like sometimes I can't even drink like the whole bottle, and it's so much smaller than the one in the
but
US. And
I
like,
would get the free sodas there. It would take me like 2 weeks to drink a whole bottle of soda there. And he's like, oh my God. And so I'll never forget when we were coming back, when we were coming in August and leaving you in Switzerland. I
yeah,
had this Pepsi Max or
you get
something,
to feel until
and
the
I
north.
had to drink the whole thing. And I was like, oh my God. Because I had been drinking on it for about a week.
Yeah.
And it still was not finished, and I had to finish it, and I was like, it was just way too
You know what's
much.
so funny is when you guys were there, I had gotten a bottle of Coke from the store just for the wristband because I love that they put the little summer wristband thing on it. I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
and it took me 3 or 4 days to drink it because I put it in the fridge and I forgot about it one day
yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drink
yeah.
that."
It's just not an everyday thing like it is here. Here, I mean, everybody drinks a soda every day.
Yeah, and it's and the like they're so
If
big.
they're
And
big,
I was in the US, like when I was so stressed with school, like I would get a soda and I would like drink the whole thing in like an evening, and I was like, I can't do that. But then
Yeah.
like when I get back here, like I can't even drink the small one in after like in whatever, like yeah, in a day.
It's so funny because like I have this rule. It's stupid rule, but it
Yeah.
is my rule. Like I like if your dad's not with me, I try not to drink more than one alcoholic drink. And like
Yeah.
I try not to drink
I think that's a
like
good
I
rule.
wouldn't dare go out, not even with my colleagues.
Yeah.
Period. I would not go out with like
Yeah.
I got where I was comfortable enough
Mhm.
when I was working at Rosefield to go to the Friday things, but I didn't even go to that every Friday. But
Yeah.
still, my rule was if dad's not with me, only one beer.
Yeah.
And so here, with nobody to kind of
Yeah.
go over. So I thought, well, this weekend I'm going to be with Justin on Friday night. I'll have a beer. And I was too tired to have a beer at Justin's.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to be there so I can have a glass of wine with Brooke and Dad
But you
because
also,
I
because
miss
like you
it.
have to drive too. Like you don't have to
Yeah,
drive. Like,
exactly. I can't do any. I mean, I don't. I want to be responsible, right? And I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt myself. So I just keep thinking, gosh,
like you
I
don't have to
just,
drive. So there's, buses and like it's even easy to walk and
yeah.
like even the distance that is, it's like from Solothurn to here, it's kind of far what would be like super far in the US. And now I'm walking it every day in like 30 minutes.
I want to know what are you
Grocery
going to do
store.
Thursday? I bet Thursday's Case Attack in
Yes,
Solitaire.
it is. It is. I'm gonna go after class because I get out of class at
Good.
11.
I'm
So
so
I'm gonna go to
excited.
K-pop right after, like immediately,
Yeah,
like
I
head
want
over.
to see pictures. I have to say, and that was so funny because years, not even years ago,
Mhm.
even last year, I was
Yeah.
still not at a level of confidence in myself
Mhm.
that I could have handled y'all sending me pictures of Street Food Festival, me not being there with you. But I will say, when you sent the pictures, I was like, I'm so excited for them.
Yeah.
I know how much fun that is. And
Yeah.
I'm so excited y'all are doing that. And I really was shocked that that was my reaction.
Yeah.
And then as I thought about it, I thought, I'm so happy that was my reaction instead of, I'm so jealous.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so glad I didn't. I mean, because maybe the words were there, but I
Mhm.
really didn't feel this jealousy. I
Yeah.
felt happiness, like real happiness, because I thought, oh my God, I know they're having fun. And
Mhm.
it just, yeah. So, and I kept
Oh, it
thinking, oh,
was
maybe next year I'll be there.
well, there was at the street food festival on one of the days we were like sitting at we had somehow gotten a table because we got there kind of early on the first day it was open. So we got there because it opened at 5, we got there at like 5:30. So it was kind of crowded, but not like as you know how crazy it
Hmm.
gets. It's crowded that not even the standing tables are open at
Yeah,
all. So
exactly.
we had like a table, like a sit table by ourselves. And it was, where they have the stage, because
Yep.
it's the same layout every single year.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, those tables, but we weren't like right in front of the stage. We were near one of the food trucks, and it was actually a puffer cheese, the Dutch
Oh,
pancake,
yeah.
not the orange one that we've gotten from before. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
so I love that you can exactly imagine what I'm
I can
talking
see it. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
about.
about.
So there was another one that was like right next to us. So we were like, okay, so like we had the first day we had the barbecue sandwiches because I was like, I know I should be trying like something different,
But I
but
gotta do smoke and roll.
pulled pork. It's so good. And it's like probably one of the most authentic barbecue sandwiches you'll get in Switzerland. Because there was another booth that had barbecue sandwiches, and I was like, I don't know if I want to get a pulled pork sandwich from there, just because I know the smoke and roll one is so good. I'm so scared to try it from somewhere else. So we had that for like our dinner. And then we decided to get the puffer cheese for dessert, right? So dad was like at the thing getting them, and the people on the stage started for literally 15 seconds saying wagon wheel. And that was it. They only sang the beginning of it.
Yeah, they probably don't know the rest of it. That's the one
I
you
didn't
recorded.
finish it. And
You
I was
recorded
like,
it and sent it to me.
I recorded it because, well, the thing is, I started recording it because I was like, Rin is gonna love this.
Yeah, I love
Rin is
wagon
And
wheel.
so I was like, oh, I guess I gotta send it to mom too because she would
Yeah.
also. Love it. But yeah, I that was crazy. Like I recorded the entire thing of them. That was it. The whole like that 15-second video was all they sang of
Oh,
it.
that's so funny. That was so
And
funny.
the
I just
best part
so
about
yeah.
it,
So
the best
Casey
part,
Talk's coming up, and then what? What else will you have before I get there at Christmas?
there's Herbst Fest, right? Which I haven't gone
Oh,
to
you
yet.
haven't done. Oh, Dad'll take you this year because Dad and
I
I
don't
did
think
it last year. We went
we didn't
all
know
out.
18, did we? Because we didn't know what it was.
Yeah, we didn't know, and yeah, and we were concerned about cost because we didn't know the cost. But now Dad's familiar with it. Dad'll take you. Um,
Maybe Dad and I will also go to Oktoberfest.
because you have to go get the Berliner at Mesa. Hey, so
Okay, yeah.
yeah, the Hey, so yeah,
I also really want to go to Oktoberfest.
yeah. I don't know. That's this month.
Yeah,
So
no, it's in Solar
the
Term. They've
one in Solothurn is October. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But it's so you
probably
need
in,
to put that ahead of time because you'll have to order a table.
yeah, I
So
know.
you
I'm
need
gonna
to see if Chris wants to go and
maybe
order
he'll
a
have
table.
people from work that want to go because
What's that?
maybe he'll have people from work
You know
that'll go.
what? See if Raphael wants to do it because he's willing to spend a little bit of money on a table. I bet you. So
Yeah,
ask Raphael.
yeah,
Just stay in touch because I don't know where he's going to find a place. I mean, I don't know if we have a space available in that building
don't know.
because I know he kind of likes
He's
the area that
leaving
we're
from
in.
Schaffhausen?
He's leaving Schaffhausen.
Yeah, but like, did he have to commute today from
Oh,
Schaffhausen?
you know what? I don't know if he moved over the weekend or not. He texted me last Thursday.
Well, you gotta text him again to be like, hey,
I'll
can
find
we?
out. I'll find out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll text him again. Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, he knows where I'm at. He knows I'm here.
you
Um,
gotta text him and be like, hey, we mentioned you on the podcast.
I will. I will. I will. I will. Oh, yeah. I need to. Okay, sorry. You're right. I need to
So
do
I
that.
don't feel like cutting that much out.
Okay, I will tell him. Say you were kind of mentioned on our podcast. Okay, yeah,
So
I'll do that.
yeah,
Um,
I'll maybe he'll come do an episode or something.
he
That'd be fun.
probably will. He probably will. So one thing I want to talk about is the past 2 years we
Yeah.
have done Bill Ben on Christmas Eve. The two
Okay.
of us have. Now, Dad and I have done Bill Ben like other nights, but you and I
We
have always done Bill Ben Christmas market on Christmas Eve. I
okay.
need
So
you to double check the date that they're still going to be open.
I know. Oh, I get to go to the Solitaire Christmas market this year.
You get to go to Solitaire this year. I
How
will not.
exciting
You
for it.
may be there by yourself because
That's
Dad may already be here.
okay. Yeah, I'm
Um,
handle that. I can.
but it's
I'll
okay.
actually,
Well,
if I'm here by
Raphael
myself,
will be there. He'll be in town. I don't know when he'll go to Portugal to see his family, but maybe we could talk him
oh,
into it.
yeah, no, like I'll actually do stuff when if I'm here by myself again.
Yeah,
I literally barely left the apartment. I didn't even take the bus.
that sounds like me, bro.
I know it was so bad because I was like, oh, I'm gonna go do something, and then I just
That
like
sounds
did
just like me. And also, I don't know how when half of ours closing, but last year it was the end of September, so I don't know
it.
when it's going to close this year. But
Maybe on Thursday if I'm.
I'm surprised that you're not wearing a jacket outside because I have pictures of me in September in 2 layers.
I wasn't even this morning. I didn't wear a jacket.
God, that's
I was
crazy.
hot in my jeans. Like
That's
I was
crazy.
sweating in my jeans. And I was like, "Oh my God," because like I was walking back and I was like, "What the heck?" But yeah, like it's been too hot, but it's also just the beginning of September. It's only September 2nd.
True.
So,
Within
but
two
like,
weeks, though, I think you'll be in a jacket.
oh, I
That's what I
know.
told Dad. I said, "Don't worry, 2 weeks you'll be wearing a
No, this
jacket."
week. Later this week, we'll be
Oh,
in Jack.
stop!
Yeah, the highest 21 on like Wednesday, I think.
Oh my god!
So which is unfortunately though, like the heat has like wilted the sunflowers. Like there were like 10 sunflowers blooming.
Oh,
They bloomed so
did you get
fast.
pictures of it like that with all of them? Okay, I want
There's
to see it.
I think I might not have taken one with like a bunch of them. But there were some with like four. But there were a whole lot the other day, and then they kind of wilted because it was really, really hot out.
Yeah,
But there's still like some too that are still pretty good. But which gives me hope that they'll like bloom again next summer.
I hope so. I
And
hope
I
so.
have some wildflowers I need to plant that I picked up from Shoppyland
Okay. Well,
after
just
seeds
read
for
the
that.
back of it to see when you're supposed to plant them.
Yeah, yeah, I already did.
And
One
set your
didn't
timer.
have a month. One didn't have a month, but one had July. So I have to wait until next year to plant those.
Okay, that's okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, one didn't have a month, but it said like it recommend like it around September would be like growing, so it might be too late, but I think I could get away with it because the
Okay.
weather.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. But you have
so
to do it in the next day or two.
yeah, 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 I know we got to get dirt, so probably this
Okay.
weekend.
Okay.
But I
Oh.
might use the yellow pot that's like a bag, looks like a bag.
Yeah, you can use it, but you have to bring it in the winter or it's gonna pop. It'll
Yeah,
break.
and we also picked up a free pot from the down the street that was also yellow, but it's really tiny. It's an indoor pot though, because it doesn't have holes on the bottom.
Okay.
It was literally there for days, and I was walking past it, and I was like, I don't know if I want to pick it up because it doesn't have any holes on the bottom, but we had been talking about getting more pots because I wanted to plant some flowers. And I was like, oh, I don't want to pick because if I put them on the balcony, like it's gonna need holes on the bottom. And then Dad and I were walking by and he was like, do you want the pot? Like it's still there. And I was like, yeah. I mean, it's not like I spent any money
Right
on
now.
it.
Yeah.
I didn't spend any money on it. And it's not
Right.
really taking up any space because right now it's out on the balcony because it needed a good washing out. Which it's definitely had by now.
Yeah,
But
probably so.
but yeah, like I just it's a really nice it's just a plain yellow pot, but I'll probably plant some flowers in it.
Okay. Well,
So,
I have my Chardonnay now.
so I
It
like
is
to
oaky. It's pretty
cheers
nice. Cheers.
or cross chin chin. I don't know
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. Well, mine's California, so I guess you would say cheers.
Say cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
But we were because we've been trying to use the country. We'll have to get some like a wine from like a different country that we haven't used and like find out how to cheers in that
I'm
one.
not crazy about this one.
Oh, oops.
No,
See, that's
that's okay.
weird.
I didn't know. I
How
mean, you know,
come your
it's
white
kind
wines
of
are so,
expensive too. It's like
oh my gosh. Well, maybe it just needs a second to sit.
maybe, maybe, maybe.
But
I think I just need some food for next.
maybe.
Like I didn't eat breakfast and I haven't had lunch.
Oh, you have to be better about what you're eating. Like, I mean, to be fair, I
You
didn't
know,
have the greatest lunch. I went to Cope, so I got like one of the hot food things. I got a chicken burrito from there, so
I think that I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna have these chicken nachos for dinner. I don't need to eat anything today because it's gonna be so late. But
no.
yeah. But
Mm.
I don't. I'll eat a little something in just a
Yeah.
bit.
Mhm.
But okay, so uh, Fine Arts Fest. We
Yeah.
definitely double check the dates of Bill Ben. Check the dates of
Mhm.
Solitaire, so you'll be in town for that. If Dad is in town, he'll probably take you to get the soup, and that's one thing he'll probably do for you at the Haso because he loved the soup because we got to
Yeah.
do the Solitaire and fine soup, and then of course you'll
Okay.
get a Berliner, and
Mhm.
you
You
have
know
to
what?
stand in the line for the Berliner. The whole standing in line is the whole point.
Okay.
A long, long line, but it's so cool.
Mhm. Okay. You know what I want to do this year that I've like never done like is get the fondue in the baguette.
Okay, I don't know where to do that.
And I've
Oh,
actually done it.
at the Burn Market. You might could do it at the Burn Market, but I want to
Yeah.
go to the Burn Market too. So I'm hoping to be there. I'm okay. I'm gonna be getting there like you did last year at the
Okay,
last
so
minute of Christmas
yeah.
markets.
Okay. Yeah. Because like the day after I got there, we went to what, St. Gallen, and then
Or yeah, no, we went to Core.
we went to both.
Okay,
We went to
okay.
St. Gallen because I
I don't
got
remember
the
St. Gallen. You have to remind me of that one. But I know Core, and then we went to Zurich because they
Mhm.
had the three different spots,
Yeah.
and then Bern has the three markets.
Yeah.
And then I definitely want to hit Bern, and I definitely want to hit Bill Ben, mainly because Bill Ben we always do. It's just been become a tradition on
Yeah.
Christmas
Well,
Eve.
I also didn't go to the Olton one last year because we were supposed to go Beale Bend, and
Yes,
but it was such a nasty day out.
yeah,
And yeah, it's 2 years in a row though that it was nasty out when we went to the Beale Bend
I know,
market.
I know, but
So I mean, third time's the charm, right? It's gonna
so
be
yeah, exactly. So, but just keep in mind, it's so funny to me that the like the second weekend of December has always been a big snow there, like every single year.
yeah.
The
Well, I won't
second
have
week of
class.
December.
Like my class ends
So
November
expect
20th.
I'll be I would I mean,
Also be looking for a job then because I'll be out of class because the class ends November 28th.
Okay, and then so you have to take the test. When will you?
I
You'll
think
have
it's
to.
a part of the class because he said we get a
Oh,
certificate. He said we get a certificate at the end of the class. So I don't
but
know if
that
that
might
means.
just be saying that you took the class.
So does that mean though, like then I could use it because it's like,
I don't
oh,
know.
like
Not unless it
'cause
says
you get there's like some kind of grade you get, I
ask
think.
him. Ask him. Say,
I
is
don't
this
know.
the one I can use for
It's
my
a completely different
permits?
company than the one that you did, so it's, a lot different. Like they
Yeah, but
provided
that's
all
what
the
I'm saying. Ask him. Don't
yeah.
suspect.
But I mean, like
Actually,
when
ask.
they like everything they provided a notebook, they provided a binder, they provided the workbooks, they provided a pencil and an eraser,
Stop. I
everything. They
want to
get
take that class.
everything. But I mean, I guess that's why like it's a pretty expensive course, so it's like, but because I
But
think
it
because it
averages out to like $7 a course, right? Or $7 an hour.
uh I don't know, it's 12 1,250 for how many weeks it is. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I don't know, for like 4 months, but there's like a month break in between, so
So wait a minute, you'd have the 3 week break when? Into September?
September 30th to October 20th.
Okay.
So that's like a whole month.
Yeah. Because my kids have a break
Mhm.
just 2 days, but at the end
Okay.
of October.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but I don't, Dad seems to think it's enough time for me to come there for a couple of days, but
Maybe you could be like, I gotta go home, and then it could be like you teach remote for like 2 days.
I like that idea.
Yeah. I don't know. Be like, look,
I,
you can tell, be like, look, I recorded a podcast remotely. Like, I can teach remotely.
I know I can, but they can't work remotely.
See
One,
that?
we can't trust them with laptops.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't. You can't trust them.
Yeah.
And some of them aren't even coming to classes with me there. So,
Mhm.
but anyway,
Well,
let's not talk about that. I don't want to. That gets me depressed.
okay.
I want to
Yeah.
talk about the fun stuff. Christmas market. So I hope that you get to a couple of them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mhm. I
Zurich
have
used to be easy to get to.
Zerko's easy. It's right at the train station. So
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
go back to the Lucerne one. I haven't been since. Well, I guess I went. No, no, no. I only went that one year.
You got to do me a favor this year.
Yeah.
Since I'm not going to be right behind you, you cannot put your wallet in that open pocket. I mean, I know it's not open, but it's easy to zip open for somebody behind you.
Look at my
You have
backpack.
in your backpack. You got to find another place.
I've been
And
using a different backpack. I've been using my Gryffindor backpack, which it has another zipper. It's like on the front, but it's a vertical zipper, so you wouldn't expect that there's anything in there. You can't even see the zipper.
as long as they can't see the zipper, because
It blends
um
in with the styling of the
um
the
I do know that I read an article soon after we had been to Zurich Market about people getting pickpocketed at the Zurich Christmas market.
It's
Like, oh
only
my
Zerk.
God, I could easily see
Anywhere
through it.
else, anywhere else, I mean, maybe Bern, but probably not even. But Zurich is
Yeah.
like the Zurich and Geneva would probably be the only
Zurich and
places.
Geneva are the worst places in.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't even
So
think of, but
so
it's have to
please,
be the side
different
back.
different
Like, I could
different
just,
backpack with your wallet.
well, if I bring the just the side, like the little side purse,
Yep, yep, yep.
that's
That's good.
fine because then I
Yes,
won't be tempted to
absolutely,
like
absolutely.
money
Um,
on.
the whole time I'm in Hendersonville, it's to the Apple Festival. I couldn't
Yeah.
really, I was trying to enjoy myself. I was having a good time, but we had worked really hard that Saturday because we didn't get to go Saturday because we
Yeah.
worked so hard with cleaning and laundry and stuff. But we did go out to eat at this weird little drive-in where you
Uh-huh.
drive in and push the button like it's Sonic,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
older than Sonic.
Oh my
And
God.
so Ben wanted to go there, so we went there for his birthday. And
Yeah.
Lydia was kind of excited. So Lydia was starting to get hungry, and she was like, "How long is this food going to take?" It's so funny. But anyway, we finally convinced Ren that we didn't want to drive all the way back to Hendersonville to stay with us in Brevard because we were in Brevard.
Yeah.
And so we went out to eat in Brevard, and then I convinced Ren to stay with us.
Uh-huh.
And the place it was kind of, I had already said there were 3 adults staying anyway, because I thought
Yeah.
Ren understood that from the start, but evidently Ren didn't understand. But
Uh-huh.
anyway, we stayed there. We had a good time. And
Mhm.
we got up early the next morning,
Mhm.
went to Ren's, got some things done.
Mhm,
went to the Apple Festival,
mhm,
had lunch there because Rim wanted the Asian noodles from the Apple Festival, the
mhm,
booth there. And we had a good time. And then Lydia and I left. And
mhm.
did you
I think that I
find,
need to do it.
did you find the BB cream?
No, I am gonna use a different one because they don't have like the brand that I use, they don't have that.
I feel
They
so
have
bad
that
that I
brand here,
forgot
but
it.
it's not BB cream here.
They
Which is
what?
they have that brand here, they just don't have the BB cream here of it. Like anywhere. It's not in Europe. Like they don't have it in Europe. It's very strange. Um,
You could always find the Swiss makeup that Trump wears. He swears by that Swiss makeup.
well, I'm gonna try the L'Oreal one, which was so
Okay,
expensive.
I
I
have the L'Oreal one. The only thing, like, I can't wear it when I put my moisturizer on. Like,
paid
if I put my hyaluronic acid moisturizer on, then the BB cream doesn't spread well. But I
Do you
have a
wear
little.
primer?
No, I have some primer here, but I have
You
not.
gotta use primer for
After my
like
moisturizer, primer.
yeah, so like the base layer of your makeup is the primer so that it doesn't set into your pores.
Okay, so I
So
have
like
a
your
little
makeup,
bit of primer here. Okay, so I'll
yeah.
do primer tomorrow before I go.
So
Okay,
you use the primer and then you put your BB cream on.
okay. All right, I'll try that. Because
Mhm.
Friday, I went to work. All we were doing was makeup work anyway because they were so far. 2 weeks of school and they were already behind.
Gosh.
Already behind, like not turning stuff in. So I gave them the whole day Friday to get it done. I said, we're
Hmm.
not doing this every 2 weeks. Y'all need
Yeah.
to start turning your, because we missed a
Hmm.
spelling test because of that.
Oh
But
my
I'm not going
goodness.
to make them make that spelling test. I'm just going to do a new list tomorrow. And
Mhm.
they just don't have that spelling test for that one, but whatever. But
Yeah.
so so for I didn't wear anything but my moisturizer. I
That's fine.
felt like I looked like
Oh,
death for
I've
both.
still, you know how like I was having the issues with breaking out like on my chin and
Yes.
stuff? So I started doing something different. I brush my teeth before I get in the shower. Because usually I would take a shower and just brush my teeth when I get out
Yeah,
because I'm in the bathroom
that
as
makes
well.
sense.
I've been brushing my teeth and then going into the shower and then washing my face. Because I read somewhere that it was like, oh, if you're breaking out on your chin, if you brush your teeth after you wash your face, it's because the bacteria is just like you, because when you spit and
Yeah,
like sometimes you spread it on your face.
really. And it's
Yeah,
working?
it's working.
Oh my god, I'm so happy for you.
It's
Yay.
so strange.
Yay.
And
Oh my gosh, that's weird. I never knew that.
I've only been doing this for like a week, so like it's still like slow.
Yeah.
But also, I read it. It was on Reddit. I
I'm
read it
so
like
glad you saw
I
that
read it on
because
Reddit.
I mean, this has
It's
been going
like
on for years.
yeah,
Years. And it just
and
would not clear up.
yeah, and so the funny thing is like that because it was one thing where I was like, okay, like that's something I can try that's like harmless. Like
Hmm.
I'm not gonna hurt myself by brushing my teeth before I wash my
Right.
face.
Just
Like
change
that's
that
an
habit.
experiment I can do that like no one's gonna get hurt, right? And like I like it feels better too. Like just in
Oh,
general, like
good.
faster in the bathroom after that. I mean, then
Are
I
you cleaning your
in the
bathroom
bathroom,
every
so
Sunday?
I haven't. I need to clean it tomorrow.
That's hard to
It's
do
pretty.
during the week. It's so hard to do during.
I know. I mean, but I only have class in the morning, so like I have the whole afternoon. So
Yeah.
like you think that you get like so like oh I can be all like whatever the word is. What am I thinking of? Like productive. Like oh
Oh yeah.
I've been
I
time.
always think that, and I'm never am. Like I think I'm gonna clean this bathroom here after we finish our podcast. But guess what? I probably won't.
No,
But
I
I
had
have other
to.
work to do. I have to do a couple math lessons, a couple
Yeah.
science lessons,
But I don't have any
finish coloring
football games to
books.
watch this week. I don't have any no football this week to watch because well I mean I need to watch the international teams
I
probably.
seriously, I
I
bet
still
on that they'll have some past games you can watch.
well I could watch past games. I could also watch like the international matches that are going on. Um I want to see how England's doing. I'm sure the women's teams have games going on that I could watch.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
like no Real Madrid though. Maybe I can watch the Super Cup game again. That was really good. Like it was very entertaining to watch.
Are they making? Are
I
they
wish
entering?
you could watch it. Oh, geez, maybe you could find it somewhere. But it was Real Madrid versus Atalanta. Um,
Okay.
it was so entertaining to watch. I've really enjoyed watching football recently.
Okay.
Like it, I like it because I've always loved sports. but I've never like gotten into sports. So like now I'm like really getting
I
into
mean,
it, and it
dance
makes
is
me,
a sport.
well, yeah, I mean just like the sports that you can watch on TV, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Because like I mean with dance, like obviously, I was like, I'm dancing all the time and like I'm watching dance videos online, but there's not like anything like with other sports that you can watch the games and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying getting to watch football all the time. Like I watched 3 games last week. Two of them were like really late because the Real Madrid games are at like 9:30. And so like
I
there's
feel
so
tired just hearing that, but knowing that I'm going to be doing my workout now at 9:30.
I've been getting like up at 5 o'clock on Monday through Thursday and then 5:30 Friday through Sunday.
Okay.
Like super early in the morning. So like last night I was up until about midnight because
Oh my
I forgot like
God.
I was picking up like I've been picking up my clothes for the day before like the night
Yep.
before so
I
that
have to. My space is so small.
I really enjoy like with my breakfast, I enjoy like taking my time to like eat my
Absolutely.
breakfast and drink my coffee. That's why it takes me so long to get ready in the mornings because like that's the one time where I can just like relax and like have my breakfast and like take my time.
Well, you should
But it takes,
always be mindful when you're eating. Like, so I think
yeah,
that's important
I
that you're
eat
taking
better.
the time to be mindful while you eat.
You feel more full when you're like
Absolutely.
mindful, and then also just because like you're less likely to choke.
Well,
Like
that's
I
true.
used to have a problem, like I eat too fast. And so like I had to be very focused on it when I was here by myself. Because like if I'm choking, how am I gonna call 117,
Right.
right? Like
Right.
I can't
Exactly.
talk. But yeah, so like I like to take my time, especially with like my coffee in the morning. So I like even if I'm getting up at 5, I'm still like I have to leave the house at 7:40 and like I take my shower and I have to put on my contacts and like do my hair and my hair takes so like freaking long because it's just annoying, right? And so like yeah, I have to think about, like getting ready. So I don't have the time to like it takes me sometimes a long time to pick out like what I want to wear. But if I do it the night before, I pick
Hmm.
out one outfit and then I'm like, yep, that's it. I'm not gonna change it.
That's right.
Cause
Not
like
changing your mind.
stress about like, oh, I don't know if I like this together. So like if I'm getting ready and picking my clothes out in the morning, I go through like 3 different shirts because I'm like, do I really like that with these
And
pants?
then you don't hang them up right away. So get your,
No,
I
I don't
agree.
use some clothes. No, I've made it a point to put everything away right away.
Good.
Because like if like I won't do it otherwise. But yeah, like if I pick them out, I've even been picking my jewelry out the night before because I was like that also because it takes me forever to find my earrings, so it's like yeah. But I've been like pretty good at kind of getting ready fast in the morning, except for eating. I take forever.
I think that's good. I think it's very important that we're
Well, I
mindful.
sit there and drink my coffee for an hour. Like I drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning. So that's why I'm doing my workout in the evening because like I don't have time to do it in the morning.
Yeah, I have thought about getting a little tea bag. I just like warm up water with a tea bag in the microwave in the mornings.
I'm so spoiled. I don't like tea in the microwave. I
I
can't do
know, I don't either. I really don't. And yet that's what
it.
because
It's like
no,
every
no, no.
day.
When your dad was here, every morning he was heating a pot of water
Yeah.
on the little stove. But I barely use that stove because I'm
Yeah.
terrified of the fire.
Um,
But he would cook on the little stove.
yeah.
He can
Yeah.
handle a camper life better than I
Yeah.
can.
I don't think
I
I
mean,
could do it. I
it's
like
just
to think I
Brooke
could.
is so cute. It's just
Yeah.
if I can imagine you living like this in your own
See,
little
I could
space.
see that's so funny because so many people say that I probably could. Like I'd probably be fine.
Yeah,
I really would, as long as I don't have to drive anywhere. But I don't know. I like to like I don't think I could, but I probably would be
it's really
fine. Like,
cute. I mean, it is no, it's just cute. It's a cute little space, and the
but
fridge is
yeah,
almost. I mean, it's not a dorm size fridge. It's not a
yeah.
huge,
I
but
don't
it's
need a
not
big fridge.
dorm size. But the freezer box at the top is normal size.
Yeah, I mean like that. I wouldn't even need more than that because like I don't know.
But the thing that
But
you'd have to
yeah,
get used to is the short showers and the toilet.
well, I'm really short, so I think I'd
No,
be
no, no.
okay.
I mean the time length.
Oh, the time. Yeah, I mean, I don't even take that long in the shower. It's that everything else, like putting my contacts in and like
Mhm.
you're
Yeah, this
moisturizing.
unfortunately, yeah, you'd have to get because like there is a thing that you could put in this thing to stop it up,
Yeah.
but where I'm at right now is
I don't
well
even
water,
I
so
don't
it steams
close
the well.
I don't close the sink to put my contacts in. I don't worry about it.
Okay, okay. Well, then, because I
I've
don't
just
close the sink. I mean, yeah, so I
I
have to
guess
like careful not to wear my rings in there.
because I always like have been prepared to like lose a couple contacts because I'm so used to having contacts ripped in the box that it's so weird. They last me so much longer now because they're not ripped in the box anymore
Yay.
because
Yeah,
of this.
I don't wear my rings in the bathroom at all. Because
Yeah, I don't either. I've been doing pretty good about, except
yeah,
for like when I wash my hands, but I don't take them off using the bathroom.
yeah.
So like I will wear them when I wash my hands, which you're not supposed to do, but eh.
I know, but sometimes you can't help it. I mean, but like I'm really careful about lotion, not to wear my rings, but I really
Yeah.
try. Like here, because I know it's just a big hole in
Yeah.
the sink, I will take my rings off before I even go in the bathroom.
Yeah. Mm.
But and there, I always leave them on the coffee table.
I
Sorry. I
so
know Dad looks like sure her rings are always on the coffee table. She don't want to wear her rings. Who knows what he thinks, but anyway.
uh, but yeah, well, I can't wait for you to get like back and then we can watch football together. Like you can get
Okay.
in.
Yeah, because I love watching it. I like making fun of the men because men fake injuries more than the women. But now the
It's
women
so
are starting to do that, and that's starting to bother me. But I mean, be tough, girls. You're
yeah,
stronger than most
it's,
men. Win the world. Don't
you
fake
know,
those injuries.
it's so funny to watch because like
It really is.
okay, no, I have to tell you this one. Okay, so so one of the players for Real Madrid, he's from Brazil. He played in the Copa America.
Okay.
And so his name is Vini Jr. And so the last two games he has played, three times he has gotten tripped and he did like a flip, like sideways. I don't know how to explain it. It was like he did
He just has
this.
some awesome core strength. He's just showing
And
that off.
it was like he made it look like he was actually like that he got tripped so hard that he flipped three times in the air. And it's like, buddy, we know that did not happen twice in one game, and then it
Uh,
happened again last night.
and
No,
first of all, to to have that because when you do that, you're
yeah,
you're having to think about okay,
it's okay. You gotta,
engage these core muscles, engage
yeah,
these core muscles to do this twist.
exactly.
This is
Because like
like
when
a
you,
diving competition.
he literally like, yeah,
Yeah.
like
And
it
so
was
he
like
had to think that through. This
exactly.
did not happen just because. And
No,
anytime you engage your core, you're thinking it through. So this
it's
is
so
why
funny.
I know this crap is not real.
No, it's so funny. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Because when you
But also,
fall, you fall. You don't think it through.
yeah, you don't it, like when he tripped, even the way he was getting tripped, I was like, physics, man. You
Yeah.
did you not take physics? Like,
Yeah, no
but
kidding. But know the
but
body.
you'll be so excited though. Yesterday, Mbappe scored twice,
Did
and
you
it was
wear your shirt? Were you wearing his shirt?
I did not wear my Mbappe shirt because it's a France shirt. It's not the Real Madrid shirt. The Real Madrid shirt I have is
No,
Jude Bellingham, and that
they
was
had to.
dry. I wore that
They
Saturday.
didn't have the France shirt. Sorry. You
That's
already have
okay.
to go to France to get that.
No. It was a France shirt. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
France. It's
Sorry.
not a Real Madrid shirt.
Oh, we'll
And
probably have
that,
to go to Spain for that.
well, I have a Real Madrid shirt, but it's Jude Bellingham, and I wore that Saturday, so I didn't
Okay.
wear it for to watch the game last night. But um what was I saying about that? It was the first time he scored in La Liga. So he scored at the Super Cup, but this was the first time he scored like during the club season.
Oh, okay.
So
You
it
mean
was
for this season?
yeah, because
Okay.
he this is his first season at Real Madrid.
Okay. So I don't understand the seasons because there's like a fall,
He's-
winter, then a break, then like a spring, and that's
Yes,
like still one season. But that's still
yes,
one season.
yes. That's it. Like that's the season.
So,
Yeah.
but they had the break. Like the break goes like through February or something, right?
No.
Oh,
It's just a couple weeks. It's like a school break.
oh, I thought it was like a couple months.
No. You're thinking of the transfer window, which is only in January.
Okay,
But
hold on.
that's something completely different. That has nothing to do with breaks.
Did you catch up with us on
Yes,
Wrexham?
I finished Welcome to Wrexham.
Okay, so you know it's not technically sports bras.
Oh yeah, I knew that already.
How you knew it was okay, but it's also a way for game developers to
Yeah.
mimic their moves.
Yeah, that's pretty cool,
That I
right?
mean, so they're getting statistics, their own
Yeah.
statistics, and game developers can mimic their moves for gameplay. And but anyway, yeah, I
It,
didn't realize it. I didn't know that till Wrexham.
interesting. What was I was gonna say something else about football. I don't know. I think you would really enjoy watching Real Madrid. I mean, recently they've only been playing well in the first half uh of the game, or sorry, second half of the games. Like the first half they haven't been doing all that great. And then like the second half they like kind of come alive, but they haven't been playing all that well. I think this was the well, no, this was their second home game and they've won both of their home games and they tied both of their away games.
So when does the season start?
This one starts, so they start at the end of August, but they have like preseason games that are like friendlies. So, there will be games that, like where they don't get points in the table for
Okay.
the,
Do you remember I was telling you that we could always seem to find some games, at least local clubs, on
yeah, SC
Sunday
Barrington is
mornings
playing on
without
Sunday.
the sports channel. So before ski season starts, you could probably get some games like the Toon team. I love the color of their jersey.
I watched, well, I didn't watch them, but I had to go to, the Cope, Pronto in Tübingen on
Oh, good.
Sunday.
So you know where that's at.
Yeah. I wanted to go on a walk, and so Dad was like, "Well, if you wanted to like go get some beers, because like we had some Feldschlossens, and we've been like splitting one, like when
Yeah,
we
yeah.
splitting a can, which is so strange. This
I
is how
love
I
it.
know.
I love that I can split a 50
I
cent
know
little
it's like
beer with
I've never
that.
really done that. I'm just like, like I'll drink the whole thing, but I won't drink like more than one necessarily. Sometimes I do, but
But I've seen you take 4 hours to drink one of those. So.
yeah, it'll take me a while to drink a whole thing. Sometimes it takes me 2 hours to drink the half of one because I like put it down and I
Yep.
forgot about it. But but either I take like 4 hours to drink it or I take 20 minutes. Like there's no in
Right. There's
between.
no in between. I agree. I'm with you. I understand.
It's but anyway, so when I like walking past, there were like all these cars that where the field is. There are all these cars over there, and I'm like, what's going on? And I see like SC Darrington is playing.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, great. They were still out like when I was coming back, and I was like, do I also some
You still
freaking
have watched.
I know I should. Well, I had ice cream in my bag too, so I was like,
Oh, okay. So maybe get Dad to take you.
I know, like you can just like walk over, like we can just watch it from the side.
Yeah.
But also, some jerk tried to hit me with his car when I was
Like
walking
backing
past.
out.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was being a jerk and an idiot and not paying attention and almost hit me with his car. But he was also a teenager, so like whatever. I think he was a teenager. He looked like a teenager. But yeah, no, it was like so crazy because they're like yellow and this light blue. And it's
ooh,
a
that's
really
pretty.
it's a
Ukraine. The Ukraine flag.
it's a little bit lighter than the Ukraine flag, but yeah, it kind of
I want one. Oh, we gotta look
it's
for one of those.
yeah, a sea Darendingen. We'll have to look for it. But it's so pretty, like that color. But
See, they used to
no,
not have a men's team. They used to only have a women's team. And then
interesting.
the women's team were so good 3 seasons ago. They were so good
Mhm.
they made it to the Switzerland Cup.
Oh,
And
I
the
love it.
team got
Yeah.
moved. And that's when we got a men's team.
Oh, also, so there's this thing called the Champions League. Do you know what the Champions League is?
That's weird because it's the lowest, right?
No, 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 no. You're thinking of the championship. That's in the Premier League. The Champions League is UEFA runs it. So you've heard about this from Ted Lasso.
Okay.
The league that they get into when they win, they get second place in the Premier League is the Champions League, right? So they changed up the format this year, but the young boys are in the Champions League.
Ah, yay. That means they've done good.
The only Swiss team in the Champions League is the young boys. I know
Okay.
they took Lausanne the other day, but I didn't watch the game. Dad watched a little bit of it, but I was so tired after the Man City game that I was like, I gotta go
Yeah.
to sleep.
Okay.
Um,
So Man City is the red and United is the light blue. Oh, I'm backwards.
um,
United
but
is
the
red.
funny, so Man City's away kits are this like, it's not even the colors. Black and yellow is really pretty together. I don't know what it
It
was
is
about those.
pretty.
Those specific kits look so bad.
Do
I
they look
don't
like
know why. Like,
bumblebees? I
maybe it's
think black and
just
yellow
me.
think bumblebees.
No, it doesn't even look like a bumblebee. I just didn't like way. I think it was the way the yellow was like you know how like there's a certain way you got to put the black before the yellow stripe. You know when they're vertical stripes. Like going left to right, the black has to be first and the
Okay.
yellow has I'm pretty sure it was the opposite of that where the yellow was first and the black was
Yeah,
second and
because
that
it I couldn't see that blend. I need the dark. I need that dark.
you got to have the dark first. I think it was that because there was something I just didn't like about it. Because if you've seen Borussia Dortmund, which is a team in Germany, it's actually the team that Jude Bellingham played at before he played at before Real Madrid. Um, they have like black and yellow, and I really like theirs, and it looks very similar to the Man City away kits. But for whatever reason, I don't like their away kits. Like I don't know what
Something
it
just
is.
came to my mind. Go ahead.
Huh? Sorry,
Something
no.
just came to my mind. I'm sorry. Do you
No,
did
it's
you
okay. You
finish?
can say it. That's pretty much all of my thing.
The colors for
Yeah.
Pembroke are black and yellow,
Uh-huh. Pittsburgh Steelers.
but we didn't have a football team when I was there, but we had a soccer team, and I was a ball girl. I forgot to tell you that.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
I was a ball girl for the men's soccer team.
That's really cool.
And I
My
just now realized that when I was thinking the black and white, the black and
yeah.
yellow, I mean, and I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I couldn't do yellow first, but yeah, we had black first, then
Yeah.
yellow, then black.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be black and then
I,
yellow. Even like
but yeah, I was a
horizontal,
ball girl. I forgot.
even horizontal, if it's horizontal stripes, the
Yeah,
black has to be at the top and the yellow,
I
black.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
can't end it with a black. No, actually, no, you have to end it with the black at the bottom. It has to be black, yellow, black, yellow, black.
I think
Yeah,
we had a white stripe at the bottom. And
that
I
would
didn't
work
mind. I didn't mind that.
too. If it's a different color completely, that works too. But
Yeah,
like, there's just certain ways. It's only black and yellow that I think about this with, where there's certain ways it has to go because otherwise it just looks weird. Like, because it's such a pretty, like, it's a good
yeah.
combination, but it can go so badly if you just flip it.
I
I don't
can't
know why.
believe I'm just now telling you this, that I was a ball girl. And I'm just now starting to have these good memories of it. And because I had so many, the worst,
Mhm.
probably the worst part of my life. Well, not the worst, but one of the worst parts of my life was there. But I have
Mhm.
good memories from there. Okay, so anyway, I don't know if Dad told you. We went out to eat. I wouldn't
Mhm.
call it go out to eat. We went out his last Friday here. We went to this little diner, and
Mhm.
he got like the chicken cheese steak, and I
Mhm.
got a cheeseburger, but I got
Yeah.
a vanilla milkshake. But the girl that waited on us is a music student at Pembroke,
Well, that's cool.
and
You've
she
met
didn't
so
know
many
Silas.
people already.
I told her, do you have?" She's a junior this year, so she would have been there last year, but
Okay.
she did not know Silas because she's
Um,
orchestra. She wants to teach orchestra,
oh,
so she's kind of education and
yeah.
music. But yeah, she was like, "Oh, I don't know the jazz people." I was like, "Oh, that's too
That's
bad."
cool though. Oh my
But that was
gosh.
really cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought I'm gonna try to stay in touch with her. You know,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
but yeah, but
Good
it was
time.
funny. Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Mhm.
But wow, I'm just coming back to these memories of
Mhm.
being at every soccer game that was at home. I didn't get
Mhm.
to go to away games. I was only home team.
Yeah.
But still, it just and I don't and it was weird how they asked me to be it because I was
Yeah.
at a game and the
Mhm.
ball went out of bounds and I
Yeah.
threw it back to the
Mhm.
coach and he was like, "Hey, will you come to every game?"
Oh
I
my
was like, "What?" He said, "You can be like our home team, home games ball
God.
girl." I was like, "Okay, just give me the schedule." And I
Oh
was
my
there, and that's how I became a
nice.
ball girl. So,
I
and
think
he
it
knew.
would be really cool. Well,
It
I
was
was
cool because I had a whole side. Like I had to run up and down the side. Like
yeah.
as the team was running, and that's what he was looking for was somebody who was in shape enough to run
Yeah.
up and down the sidelines. And then they had somebody else, a guy over on the other side. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was how I got the gig.
I think it'd be really cool to like work around football. I mean, I was talking to Dad or the other day about like how I would love to also have like a football podcast because like I have been getting so into it and honestly like I've learned so much just in like the last couple months about it in general, like from watching it and also from playing FIFA, like honestly, it's so crazy, but it because like, you're playing with the actual teams, like you're learning a lot about it. And then also just like researching some of the players.
Yeah.
Um like I've been getting so into it and like I really enjoyed learning about it. I think it would
Well,
be really
why not make that the premise of your podcast? Hey, I want to learn more about football. So then I'm gonna
Yeah, but
actually record
I need
myself
like
learning.
well, what I would want to do is get like professional footballers.
Of course, but you have to establish it first, right? And so
Well,
you
no,
establish it
because
by
then how would I learn about it if I didn't have professional? That's the problem, right?
no,
It's like
it's
a
not a problem. It's because you know what? A lot of um I don't want to say sports people, but like a lot of people that are in industries
hmm,
that we tend to admire, they like
yeah.
doing podcasts.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
just
I
got to
know
be able
about
to know the right people to contact to say, hey, you know, what about this time? And you have to be willing to do anything on their schedule. Like if it means 3 o'clock in the morning your time, you got to be
oh
willing to
yeah,
be ready.
I know. But yeah, like no, what
You
maybe
can
I could
start
get
with the
Jan
Darren of people.
Let's start with the Darren Ding people. Just go to the
Why
games,
not?
like
Yeah,
uh
Say, hey, I went to a podcast and I'm going to learn.
Um, but the funny thing, like I was thinking about this, it would be so funny because we were talking about how Jan Zomer just looks like a regular guy.
He's so cute.
Like,
I
and
would have a beer with
so,
him.
yeah, that would be funny. Like if I could just email Jan Zomer or like whatever and be like, hey, so like
So I want
I
to learn more about the game, but I want to do it
you
through a
think like
podcast.
in
Would you
this
be my guest?
yeah, like I feel like
Yes.
I think that's weird, but like I would do it. I've like when I was working on my senior project, I like, I messaged
Yep.
choreographers. They
Yep.
didn't respond back to me, but like professional choreographers, I messaged on Instagram and I was like, hey, like this is what I gotta do. I mean, they didn't message back, so like I'm not scared to do that kind of
Right.
thing.
Don't be and honestly just say I want to learn and I want to learn. I want you to teach me while we're recording a podcast.
Yeah.
And say, yeah, I guarantee
Uh,
there's going to be someone who will respond. But yes, don't be afraid to reach out to
I'll,
the
I'll
guaranteed
slide into Jude
players.
Bellingham's DMs. That
I'm
won't
going
work,
to do that.
but it's really funny.
That's what I'm going to do for my students. I'm going to reach out to some of the high school basketball coaches
Yeah.
and say, I need you to come in and talk to them. You know,
Yeah.
because they need to see that there's a reason to get out of here, a reason to start behaving, a reason to start doing school, a reason to start working toward the end of your life, not thinking that, I mean, because they think everybody's just going to hand everything to them.
Yeah.
These
No.
kids really have no clue that they have to work.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. They're just,
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I know.
like,
Don't want
we've
to
been
get on that. You have to take
talking
that
for such a long time.
now. Okay. Have we again? Okay. Well, I haven't talked to you in so long, Brooke.
I know.
I mean,
We
we
haven't
used to talk
actually.
every single day when you were in college. Every single day when I was in Switzerland and
Well,
you and
it's
you was
different
talk
because
every
you're the
day.
one with the time difference now.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're the one that's behind.
I'm
So,
so far. And look, I'm an old person that's behind. So
yeah.
that makes me like 4 times behind.
Uh,
But I mean, I did get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to talk to you guys at breakfast. And so, I mean, that's the
that's
thing.
right. Oh my God, I didn't even think about the fact that it was like 4 a.m. there.
It was, but that was okay because I mean, it's
It,
okay because
Wir haben mit einem Freunde gefrühstückt.
oh, sehr gut. Wow, that's what good. And
Well, that's how I'm gonna get on Tony Kroos's podcast. I'm just gonna start speaking German and be like, look, I gotta
genau,
learn
du
football and I
musst,
gotta
du
learn
musst,
German.
du musst, du musst, du musst. Das ist sehr, sehr gut. Auch du musst.
He's retired now. He might be up for making new friends.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You know. I think so. Just got to do it. Don't be afraid. So is Papa doing Game of Thrones?
He
Elden
was
Ring.
he was watching Shogun. He might be.
He started watching that without me.
Oh, was I not supposed to say that?
Fine.
He
I'm gonna
started
start
at
watching
the
stuff without him. I'm
yeah.
just gonna be
Well,
that way.
you can head on Acapulco. Do it. I dare you.
Oh, no. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show.
We'll be back next week with a new bottle of wine and a new topic. In the meantime, if you want to join the conversation, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Wine Together Pod.